How to trick your brain into tackling tough challenges. Have you ever found yourself avoiding tasks that you know are important, like hitting the gym or studying for exams? I've been there too, struggling with procrastination and dreading the effort it takes to do difficult things. But here's the thing, it's not all about willpower. There's a way to outsmart your brain and make it easier to tackle hard tasks, even when you're not in the mood. Let's explore some simple tricks to help you get things done without feeling overwhelmed. Understanding the resistance, negative emotions and ego protection. Before we dive into the tricks, let's understand why we tend to avoid difficult tasks. Our brains have patterns of behavior, and these patterns create resistance when faced with hard work. There are two main sources of this resistance: negative emotions and our ego. Imagine your brain as a bit like a stubborn child. When things get tough, it starts complaining or throwing a tantrum. Just like a child, your brain wants to avoid discomfort or stress. On the other hand, our ego, the way we see ourselves, wants to be protected. If we attempt something hard and fail, our ego takes a hit. So, our brain tries to avoid anything that might bruise our ego. Trick 1. Start small. One effective way to trick your brain is to start small. Break down daunting tasks into tiny steps that seem manageable. This is often called the 2-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll only work on the task for a short period, like doing one practice problem or one set of an exercise. This lowers the negative emotions tied to the task because it doesn't feel like a massive undertaking. Once you start, you might find it easier to continue. Trick 2. Change your perspective. Sometimes, just getting ready to tackle a task can make a big difference. If you're resistant to studying, for example, open your textbook and get your materials out. This can trick your brain into thinking, well, since I'm already here, I might as well do it. Changing your environment or putting on your workout clothes can give you that little push you need. Trick 3. Mix in enjoyable activities. Remember, your brain is a bit like a kid you're trying to convince. You can pair hard work with enjoyable activities. If you finish your work, reward yourself with something fun, like watching a movie or treating yourself to your favorite snack. This reduces the negative emotions around the task and makes it more enticing. Trick 4. Make it a game. Take the pressure off your ego by approaching tasks as games. Instead of focusing on how hard something is, immerse yourself in the process and try to enjoy it. Think about it like playing a video game where you're leveling up. This shifts your focus away from your ego's worries and makes the task feel less intimidating. Trick 5. Change your self-image. The way you talk to yourself matters. Instead of saying, "I need to do this," tell yourself, "I am someone who does this." Align the action with your identity, not just a need to accomplish it. For instance, if you're trying to get in shape, tell yourself, "I am someone who works out." This small change in language can make a big difference in how you perceive the task. Consistency is the key. Tricking your brain is a helpful short-term strategy, but the real goal is to build consistency. When you consistently put in effort and see progress, motivation naturally follows. It becomes a cycle. Consistent action leads to gains, which motivates you to keep going. Remember, these tricks aren't about deceiving yourself permanently. They're tools to help you develop positive habits and make it easier to tackle hard tasks. Over time, as you build a routine of facing challenges head-on, you'll find that the motivation to do so becomes more natural. Give these tricks a try and see which ones work best for you. If you have your own strategies, share them in the comments below. Together, we can outsmart our brains and achieve great things. Stay motivated, and I'll catch you in the next post.